Kevin Patullo is no longer an Eagle. Welcome to the unemployment line, Kevin Patullo. Woo! Let's go!
It's unreal for us to be excited, even though the Eagles lost their first game. But they did let go of the. I think the main problem with the offense. So
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Gotta wait for it to dry. Don't wipe it off yet. Gotta wait for it to dry.
Welcome back to episode 34 of Rant and Banner. Kevin Patullo is no longer an Eagle. He's no longer an Eagle. He has hit the unemployment line. Mike Tomlin is no longer a Steeler. A lot of craziness happened.
There's a lot of craziness in the last week.
But yeah, just happened about an hour ago. Kevin Patullo, no longer an Eagle. Welcome to the unemployment line.
That is the one thing we can be excited for if you're a Philly fan out there. But yeah,
last one. So, we've got a lot to cover in this episode. The recap of the 2025 NFL season, the regular season. We made our predictions in week one before it even happened. Before week one even happened, we made all of our regular season predictions. This episode is going to be looking back on that. We're going to look back at all of the predictions we made, see which ones we were wrong about, see which ones we were dead on about, and see which ones we were very, very wrong about. Jacksonville Jaguars.
I mean, the Colts at first, but then they kind of like showed who they were. So
we're also going to be talking about who's the most disappointing team this season, the most improved team this season. I got Silly String on the microphone here. That's not good. I've actually never used Silly String, even like when I was like a kid. I don't know.
I think I used it, but eventually, like, it's like the smell. I'm not a fan of the smell of it.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
But no, yeah.
I feel like I still have confetti in my mouth. What's up, Doc? We also have, for the second time in a row, we've got the TikTok Live going at the same time that we are going live here, making an episode on Spotify. So, without further ado...
Did you put it in all the stuff? What is that?
These are all the records.
Oh, shit.
These are all the records we predicted.
Okay.
This is everything that we have from the 2025 NFL season. So I say we get into it. Liz, you're right. Patullo is gone. War is over. Let's go. There's going to be so much confetti on the floor.
Yeah.
Get it going again. Woo! So let's talk about it.
I hate this.
I'm sliding around right now.
We'll get into it.
There's so much confetti on the floor.
So if you are just tuning in now on TikTok Live, it'll be different for the people that are on for the show.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, Patullo was just fired probably, an hour and a half ago?
Oh,
2
yeah.
hours ago?
Yep.
Sirianni gave his heartfelt, emotional...
Excuse. He was just saving his own ass.
Yeah, because I guarantee Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie gave him the ultimatum, like, you do it or you're both gone.
Yep, pretty much.
But yeah, also with that, Tomlin is stepping down from the Steelers.
Crazy.
Which is insane, because if someone wants to hire him, they will have to trade for him.
Yep.
The last coach, I think, that was Sean Payton, I think, with the Broncos.
Might have been.
And I think the Broncos gave like a first and second round pick for him.
Mm.
So, yeah, that's the other news that dropped, and there's just a whole bunch of openings for coaching spots in the NFL.
It is a crazy season. This might have been the most volatile offseason already in the first week. I've never seen so many head coaches right away gone.
It's so
week later, gone.
So many openings. You don't know who's going to be getting jobs,
yep.
honestly.
Yep, this is going to be a shakeup. It's a great time to have an episode for Rant and Banner. It's a great time to have a show, because the entire offseason we're going to be talking about the coaching moves, all the things Eagles, all the things any team for the NFL. So talking about that, all teams NFL, in front of me I have a list. Before the season started, we made predictions for every NFL team, what their record would be. And now that the regular season is done, and we already predicted the postseason, we've already done those predictions. Yeah. We're going to get into...
And let's just put it out there. I'm 1 for whatever, 1 for 7 or whatever that was.
Oh, for the playoff picks?
Yeah.
Oh, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, our playoff picks. But first off, Wild Card Weekend. One of the best Wild Card weekends I can remember.
I'll say all the games were close except for one.
Yeah. And that game that happened last night, man.
And all the games pretty much came down to the last quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, except for I guess last night and also
Chargers Patriots. We don't talk about that one. That one was kind of ass. But
well, with that
first
though,
four
I do want to
games.
get on. Do you think Herbert will ever win a playoff game?
He'll get one wild card win in about 5 years, and that'll be his shining moment.
Like I don't know. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. But yeah, I know all the games were quality games for the first weekend of playoffs.
Yeah.
And now we're down to only 3 weekends left.
It's crazy. So let's talk about this. I made this into a little game. Pretty much you want the lower score here. So for example, we're going to start with the Eagles. The Eagles ended up 11-6. I said they would be 12-5. You said they would be 13-4.
Yeah.
So I was 1 game off, so I get 1 point. You were 2 games off, you get 2 points. So you want a lower score. It's kind of like golf.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're going to get into it. We're going to go division by division. Do you have any predictions for what your worst prediction was? And what your best prediction was? If you can get either of these right, do you have any that you think you got dead on about? Because you're remembering back 5 months
I think
now.
maybe the Texans.
The Texans, you were actually off by 1. You were close with that one. Which do you think was your worst?
I would say probably the Jaguars or the Colts.
Yeah, Jaguars is your worst one. And I'm not going to lie to you, Jaguars was the worst one for both of us. So let's get into it. NFC first, we've got the Eagles 11-6, like I said, 12-5, 13-4. Dallas ended up 7-9-1. You said they would be 11-6, and I said they would go 9-8. Washington, this one was bad. Washington 5-12. I said they would go 11-6. You said they would go 12-5. That one wasn't too good. I would say if you want to do this for each team, we can say if they were underwhelming, or if they were shockingly good, shockingly bad, or they were about how we thought they would be. So the Eagles, I would say they were about as good as we thought they'd be with Patullo coming in. Because before the season, we were a little hesitant with Patullo. I would say Dallas is right around what we thought they would be because they got hot at the end. They just didn't have a defense around the same.
Well, I mean, they traded their best defensive player, so.
That too. We made predictions before that happened.
Yeah.
Washington, I would say they're very underwhelming.
Yeah, because they should have going from being in the NFC Championship game to whatever the hell happened with them.
5-12.
Like, and it's to me, I'm telling you, it's because they're older. Like, you need to get younger.
Yep.
And also, I mean, Jaden Daniels he was out.
That's
probably 75% of the season.
Yep.
So.
And then finally, rounding out the NFC East, the Giants went 4-13. I said they would go 5-12, a game better. You said they would go 3-14, a game worse.
Oh, okay. So yeah, right where we think they would have been.
And even though they could have been better, injuries caught up to them, bad coaching caught up to them. So I think they were about what we thought they would be.
I tell you one thing, they are a good coach away from being really good next season.
I agree. Yep.
And I'm scared Harbaugh will go to them.
If he goes to them, we might as well pack it up because I think the Giants might take the division, and that's might be a hot take, but that's what I'm saying.
No, I think they will. I really do. I think the Giants will be top of that division. I think next season the NFC East is gonna be one of the tougher divisions to play in.
Yeah,
I think all the teams are gonna improve in the offseason.
They won't be injured anymore.
Yeah, I think Washington will actually realize, get younger players in here, get more protection for Jaden Daniels.
Yep.
And the Cowboys
are always going to be a threat.
Yeah, because
they're not going to be a Super Bowl team, but they're always going to be a threat as long as Jerry Jones is still breathing.
And that's what's going to hold them back from getting to the Super Bowl is Jerry Jones.
Forever.
So
Jerry Jones, please be immortal. Please.
Well, I mean, he'll pass it on to his kid, and his kid will probably do the same thing.
The lineage.
Yeah.
The Jones lineage. All right, moving on to the NFC North, we've got the Chicago Bears coming in first at 11-6. That one wasn't good.
No.
I thought they would go 6-11, which, to be fair, it's a tough division.
Yeah.
So I thought a lot of their losses would come from divisional teams.
Yeah.
And you thought they would go 4-13.
And honestly,
when you stack up their schedule, they were beating good teams.
You had a rookie head coach in there. Usually they don't have good first seasons as a head coach.
Exactly.
And, I mean, honestly, Caleb Williams did not look like he was a first overall pick.
Yeah. And then the acrylic assassin came out. And they had, I didn't mean came out, I didn't mean to say that. But
No, honestly, hats off to the Bears. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a Bears fan, I mean, get ready for.
I hope they win. Honestly, I want a team that's never won a Super Bowl
Texans.
to win. Yeah, Texans would be good. And that paper just slid across the whole floor. I'm in socks right now, and I'm gonna slip on all this confetti on the floor.
Yeah,
So
probably all the.
it's gonna be
silver
with
too.
socks.
But no, honestly, if you're a Bears fan, get ready for years to come of a good football team because
It's because all the comeback wins too. You got to think
Yeah.
how many games they came back when they were down.
I honestly thought they were gonna lose to the Packers. The way the Packers
Yeah.
were what 21-0 or 21-3.
21-3.
Like
Yeah, crazy.
and they pissed me off because all they had to do was run out. They were 4 minutes left. All they had to do was run the ball.
Did you?
And I would have won $100 some.
Did you see my parlay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show it right here for the clip. Everything hit except AJ Brown. He needed to catch one more.
I mean, there was 3 that he could have gone.
He had 3 chances to hit my parlay, so that's another reason to be upset about Sunday. One of the many reasons. Packers.
I do want to dig into that then too.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe.
for a little bit.
Packers went 9-7-1. I said they would go 11-6, so kind of close. You said they would go 12-5, also kind of close. They were a little underwhelming near the back half of the season.
I mean, and they also they lost Michael Parsons to a season-ending injury, and
that too.
Jordan Love was out for a little bit too.
Yep. Next, the Minnesota Vikings went 9-8. You said they would go 10-7, very close. I said they would go 9-8.
Oh, damn!
So
you're right on.
We were pretty spot on with the Vikings this year.
Yeah.
I would say they played exactly how we thought they would.
I'm hoping this shows up on here. You have a piece of glitter right in the middle of your forehead.
Do I? I feel it itching me. There it is. I got it off. I felt that itching me for the past 5 minutes. All right. And then finally, the Detroit Lions in last place. Still 9-8.
Surprising.
You said they would go 14-3. I said they would go 12-5. I mean, we were pretty wrong about that one.
Yeah,
But
I mean, you would have thought they would have came back better this year after getting shown up by the Commanders and
exactly
the divisional round last year. And they have, I don't know what was more. Honestly, it was probably Jared Goff.
Losing their coordinators was the biggest reason the Lions didn't take the division. That's my opinion. All right, moving on. We've got the NFC South. This one, not a single team was over 500. And in our predictions,
one of them still made the playoffs.
Yeah. Panthers went 8-9. We both said they would go 5-12, which I think is fair because we didn't really know much about them before the season started.
Yeah.
But they definitely overperformed. I think they exceeded expectations this year.
And I think next year they will be a good. I think they'll win the division next year.
I agree. Next, the Bucks also at 8-9. You said they would go 12-5. I said they would go 11-6. Disappointing back half of the season, I'd say.
Which is weird because they had all their pieces.
Yep.
They were healthy.
It's funny. They were more injured in the beginning of the season, but they did better.
Yeah.
And then the back half, they were getting healthier but losing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens next year with them. I don't want to say anything yet, but definitely a make or break year for the Bucks next year because Panthers and Falcons stock and the Saints, all their stocks are going up right now.
Well, the Saints, they changed, had a QB change, and
that might be the most competitive division next year, the NFC South. I'm calling it now for everyone watching and listening here. NFC South might be the toughest division next year, most competitive.
I think for in division.
Yeah, for in division. Yeah. Next, the Falcons went 8-9. We did a similar thing that we did with the Giants. I said they would go 7-10, a game below. You said they would go 9-8, a game above. So we were pretty spot on with that. You can't get more spot on. Next, the Saints, 6-11. You said 2-15. I said 3-14. So we were a little off with them, but to be fair, they would have been what we said.
Until they started winning.
Yeah, they won
they were going that way.
Mm-hmm. They were playing like a playoff team for the last few weeks of the season. Rounding out the NFC, we've got the West. I will say this one was very surprising. We got some teams really close, but a couple teams we didn't. First off, the Seahawks, 14-3. We both said they would go 8-9, so we were 6 games off. But listen, competitive division. We didn't know they were going to.
That was probably the most competitive division this season.
Yeah. Yep. 6 games off for them. A team we weren't far off with, though, the Rams, 12-5. You said they would go 13-4. I said they would go 12-5. Right there. They didn't exceed our expectations. They met them, and our expectation was a high expectation.
Yeah.
So they met that. Next, the Niners went 12-5. I said they would go 11-6, a game under. You said they would go 14-3, 2 games over. And I think you probably would have gotten that if they weren't so injured this whole year.
Well, that's the one that they were very. I mean, the thing is, they're still winning. So.
Yep, they're still winning despite being injured. We'll see with next week though. Then we've got the Cardinals, 3-14, a disappointing season. I said they would go 6-11. You said they would go 7-10. So we gave them a lot more than we thought.
Yeah. I don't even know.
It's a tough division. You know what I mean? Like most of their losses, or half of their losses, came from divisional opponents. So it's like you can't really do anything when you already have 6 guaranteed tough games the whole year. Sucks to be a Cardinals fan. We're not. We're another Birds fan, and they just fired the worst thing about them, Kevin Patullo. Every 5 minutes, I'm going to throw the confetti back up. Oh, man. I'm never going to be, like, honestly, I'm not even that upset. Kevin Patullo's gone. And sure, they did it about 3 months too late. Cue the clip of us talking about Kevin Patullo in the first week of September.
You look more into it, though. If they would have done it mid-season, they would have still finished where they did.
You think?
Yeah. I don't think they would have won anything.
I mean, that's fair because then you're just giving Hurts another OC.
And whoever would have taken over would have had a whole, trying to figure it out.
But I mean, anyone would have been better.
Yeah.
You would have been better.
Honestly, what they should have did was just give Hurts let him call whatever.
Yep. I think he's experienced enough now that he could do that if they let him.
So it'll be interesting for next season to see who they bring in. I mean, that's one thing that's nice is that they did it so early that they have all these candidates out there that they can bring in.
Very true.
So
I think they kind of had to do it this early, or else there would have.
Well, because there's so many head coaching spots open, a lot of these coaches are going to go for the head coaching spot.
Where do you think Patullo's going to go? Like that kid said, flipping burgers at McDonald's.
That was pretty funny.
Dude, that analogy was insane.
It was a good one too, though. Like
one half he's cooking, the other one's completely raw.
Yeah.
This kid needs to be in sports boosting. That was crazy.
I was listening to WIP and Hugh Douglas goes, "He better be getting good grades in school."
Oh man,
He got those as a Christmas gift. Those tickets.
Yeah,
sucks
for him, man. He should have just went to the Bills game, but that was before Christmas. Or no, it was after Christmas. Should have spent it on that. Even though that was a shit game too. Has there been a single good Eagles game this year? Maybe the Raiders. The Raiders.
Yeah,
I mean,
Raiders and the Giants.
I would have only went to the Raiders game, the second Giants game, and I guess the Rams game just for that moment.
Yeah.
That would have been
that.
Awesome.
Really know. All the games you were worried they were going to lose.
We went to 2 games a year consistently up until 2024, and I'm very glad we didn't go to any this year because we were going to go to the Giants game in MetLife.
I mean, I went to the first game of the season.
Oh yeah, you did. But I forgot. This guy was tailgating. Yeah, the lightning strike video.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right, moving on to the AFC now. We got to get going with this. So, starting off with a great prediction, New England, 14-3. You said
7 and something.
I said they would go 7-10. You said they would go 8-9. So you were a little bit better.
Oh, okay.
We were still 6 games off and then 7 games off. We were still pretty far off. The Bills, 12-5. We both said they would go 15-2. We had them balling out this year. And to be fair, they've looked better other years, and they still got to 12 wins.
Yeah.
I would say they're pretty underwhelming this year, despite being
honestly outside of Josh Allen and James Cook. I don't know who. Well, and also their tight ends, but who else is really on that team?
Yeah. Yep. That's true. And honestly, the Bills, they need to win this year because I'm telling you, if they don't, I don't think Josh Allen will.
I don't think he ever will, honestly, because it's just going to get harder for him because now you got the Patriots looking better, you got Drake May looking good.
All these
Mahomes won't do anything next year because he won't be back till later in the season.
Yeah.
But then, depending on who the Ravens bring in, Lamar might look freaking great. And
yeah, that's true.
And if Joe Burrow has a healthy season,
if he could have just one, give him some.
this is it. This is the season.
Yep.
Honestly,
You got some glitter on your sleeve.
oh, yeah.
A couple pieces up top. Yeah.
I'm just gonna wash this.
It's okay.
But no, honestly, like this is his season to do it. And if he doesn't, I don't think he ever will.
Yeah, agree.
I really don't, because I don't see his GM helping him out, bringing in better talent either.
Yeah,
And I think they're gonna have to fire their GM in order to do it.
that's fair.
So,
Yep, I agree.
so Josh Allen, this is your season. If you don't do it, I don't think you're ever gonna do it.
You better do it. The Dolphins went 7-10. You said they would go 6-11. I said they would go 8-9. So once again, one above, one below. They met our expectations. The Dolphins were the Dolphins, like always.
Yeah.
Finally, rounding out the AFC East, the Jets went 3-14. You said they would go 6-11. I said they would go 9-8.
Well, honestly, you look at it. They had the roster.
They have the weapons. Like Garrett Wilson should be a good receiver.
Yeah.
I'm done picking him for fantasy. I've done that for 3 years now.
Yeah.
He has been the biggest letdown, and also Breece Hall, another letdown for me. We're gonna move past it. The Steelers went 10-7, shockingly, and I said they would go 7-10. I remember when we were talking about this, making our predictions. I said
they'd go 11-6.
Well, I said before the season started, like, I don't think they're going to get 10 wins this year. I think they're going to, but then they're going to get beat at the end of the season and not get it. So I said they'd go 7-10, not getting above 500. You said they would go 10-7.
Oh, you said I'm spot on with it.
You said verbatim, you were like, listen, the Steelers always get 10 wins. Give me 10-7. You said that exactly. So that was your first dead-on record prediction for the year. Next up, the Ravens went 8-9.
I had it going like.
You said they would go 12-5, which is fair. They had the talent to do so.
They were the most, honestly, to me, they were the most
underwhelming. Really? I said they would go 14-3, which like they should have gotten.
I honestly,
closer.
at the beginning of the season, I had them winning the AFC. I think.
Yeah, I think you did. It was Bills and Ravens were the top two. Yeah, so 6 games off for that. Not good. The Bengals went 6-11. I said they would go 10-7. Few games off. I thought they would be better, but they just were injured. You said they would go 11-6. Same thing. 2 injured. Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Burrow, yet again, he hasn't played a full season.
Got the turf toe.
His only full season of play, he went to the Super Bowl. Like,
Yep. And then finally, the Cleveland Browns. 5-12. I said they would go 2-15, and you said they would go 1-16. You had them getting 1 win, which fair, but
well, yeah, they had the rotating door of quarterbacks. Like
exactly, like you didn't know what to expect with them, and then like you looked at their schedule. I think the only game you had them winning was like the Titans game.
Listen, when you're drafting 2 quarterbacks in the same draft,
you're just asking to not build the rest of your team. Like it's terrible. You need to build your team.
Yeah.
I think next year, though,
if they get receivers.
Yes, the Browns just need a couple receivers. They need little pieces. They need a good coach. And I think
is weird because Stefanski wasn't a bad coach. Like
he wasn't.
He
just
a bad coach.
Didn't like Shador.
I don't think he didn't like certain players.
Yeah, certain players at quarterback who have the wrong wristband because the coach gave them the wrong wristband. I can't get over that.
That's wild.
Moving on, we've got the AFC South. We'll start with the funny one. The Jacksonville Jaguars went 13-4. Very impressive season. Definitely exceeded expectations for us.
Yeah.
You said they would go 6-11, which, we just didn't really know much about them. I said they would go 4-13. And we're just going to move past.
I think it's fair to say that, though, before the season starts.
Yep.
You didn't know.
And now we do, because I think the reason is before, in 2024, we didn't have this show where we really analyze NFL teams. Yeah. I think this year, going into next year, our predictions for these teams.
I think it'll be a lot. Better. Yeah, I think it'll be a lot better because we'll look more into it.
We're talking football every week now. We know news around the NFL now. We know how each team is.
Yeah.
Last year, we kind of just jumped into it at the end of August and went right into it.
I mean, we talked about it for a while, but now we just entered it. So.
Yeah. Next, the Texans. We were pretty good with this one. They went 12-5. I said they would go 10-7. You said they'd go 11-6. So pretty close with that.
They scared me to start the season, though.
Yes, they did. And they ended up pulling through at the end, which they pulled through a little too good because they ended up getting 2 more wins than I picked them to get. Next, the Colts. They went 8-9. I said they would go 7-10, pretty close. I was very happy with that because they were like, what were they? Like 7-1, 8-1.
They were 7-1 or 8-1 at one point, and they totally just did a 180.
I really appreciate that, Indianapolis, because I said you would go 7-10. You said they would go 3-14, which ended the year record. You were kind of close, you know? They lost out.
Yeah.
And then finally, Tennessee Titans, 3-14. I said they would go 3-14. You said they would go 5-12. So pretty mediocre.
Yeah.
Will the Tennessee Titans ever be good again in our lifetime?
I think they could. I do.
They need to do some things because I feel like they don't do anything of value.
I mean, they have a rookie quarterback. I think you're going to finally see them put pieces around him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're also looking for another head coach. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
The 3 notable things they've done in the past 5 years is the Will Levis memes, giving away A.J. Brown, giving away Derrick Henry.
Yeah, and firing Vrabel. So.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They have not done anything of value to help their team.
Yeah.
So they need to maybe fix the front office. Maybe that's the first step. It's got to be a front office issue. Final division, the Broncos went 14-3. We both had them going over 500. You said 9-8. I said 11-6. So pretty good. They did exceed expectations.
Oh yeah.
The Chargers went 11-6. We both actually thought the Chargers would do worse, which looking at their playoff game, you would think they would have done worse. 6-11, 7-10. So we thought they would be a little underwhelming. They ended up exceeding expectations, but I think that happened because Chiefs went down. Their schedule was a little bit easier.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries everywhere else in the league. This league, honestly, this season was just riddled with injuries.
Well, also, that's the thing is, the Chargers had a lot of injuries going into the season, too.
Yep. I think that's why we said they would.
I think that's why we...
That's why we say they would have a worse record.
They drafted, a great tackle, and he got hurt in preseason.
Yeah. The Chiefs went 6-11, and if you can believe it, we picked them to be better than that. We both said they would go 12-5. 6 games off, but obviously when you see how that season went, I don't think anybody would have predicted the Chiefs go 6-11.
The Chiefs just completely fell apart.
Yeah. And finally, rounding it out, the Raiders 3-14. I said they would get 7 wins somehow, 7-10. I think it was because of J&T. I think I believed in Pete Carroll as well.
Pete Carroll, yeah, he's not a bad coach, but
he's now unemployed.
Yeah.
And you said they would also go 3-14. So your final one, you got exactly right.
Dang.
So overall, we're gonna look at the final stats here. I was off by a total of 101 games. You were off by a total of 111. I got 3 records exactly right. You got 2 records exactly right. I was only off by 1 8 times. You were only off by 1 6 times. And my worst pick was the Jaguars, obviously. And your worst pick, I was off by 9 games for the Jaguars. Your worst pick was a tie between the Jaguars, the Commanders, and the Bears. All 3 of those were 7 games off.
Okay.
So that is it. That's our predictions at the beginning of the year. Right now, I think we did pretty good, especially for not having much.
Not looking more into it.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't look into it. So
I'm going to save this, and next year we're going to see how good we predict because I guarantee you we do way better than this. Now that we look at it every week, we analyze these teams every week. I think it's going to be much better.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting offseason. So
now I think we should end the episode talking about the divisional round. Talk about that if you want.
Yeah, we can do that.
I really don't want to talk about the Eagles at all, unless you want to. I mean, what do you say that hasn't been said already? The only good thing to talk about of value is Kevin Patullo is gone.
I mean, yeah, that. And the only other thing I would say is I truly don't think A.J. Brown's going anywhere.
I don't think so either.
And I'm putting them down now because, one, the Eagles would have to eat $20 million in cap.
Yep.
They're not doing that. And honestly, I think a change of offensive coordinator will be good. Because the one thing I did hear when the players were cleaning out their locker room was Jalen was asked questions about Patullo, about AJ, and the Patullo thing was pretty funny because he goes, "You got to ask Howie and Sirianni about that. I can't answer that."
Yeah.
So right off there, you're like, "Yeah, he's fucking gone."
He has been the entire season, even back to the Super Bowl. He's been like throwing little shade at Patullo.
In February.
Yep, in February.
Like right after they won the Super Bowl.
Before we even saw him at the parade.
I think all the players were like, "This is a terrible idea."
Yep.
Like, and I think that's why, honestly, since the beginning of the season, AJ was in a funk.
Yep, I agree because his mentality wasn't there. Like,
No.
Him on stream saying you might as well trade me in fantasy.
He was happy last year.
Yep.
This year, you could tell off the bat he wasn't happy.
Yep.
And this is why I don't think he is going to go anywhere because one,
Patullo's gone.
Howie Roseman's smart with money. He's not going to eat $20 million in cap.
Yep.
Two, you get a good OC in there calling plays and having the offense run like that offense should be running. He'll be fine. He'll be happy again. And also, he was still over 1,000 yards this year.
Somehow, yeah.
For being a down year for him, he was still over 1,000 yards. I think he had like maybe 7 touchdowns. So I don't think the problem is him and Hurts and that. I think the problem was him, Patullo, and also Sirianni.
Yep.
I think Sirianni's a big issue, and honestly, they won't fire him unless the Eagles suck next year.
Yeah.
So I think AJ's going to be an Eagle next year. I don't see him getting traded. And for the people that want him to be gone, you really got to look more into it.
People don't know ball. That's the thing. They're so casual. They just hear the things that AJ Brown might have said, and they're like, "Get rid of that cancel."
Because honestly, AJ's still an elite receiver in the league.
Yes, he's still. I would say he's.
You could tell. Listen,
right there at top 10. Imagine him on teams with good play calling in the offense. Imagine you know how Dak loves to throw to CD and George Pickens. Can you imagine Smitty and AJ Brown?
Well, that's the other thing. If you send out AJ, Smitty is going to have a down season right away off the bat. Exactly. Even though he will be a number one receiver, and he is, because Devontae is.
Yep.
But you send one of his buddies out the door, he's not going to be thrilled.
And especially because they kind of click.
They're a good duo. They're a good duo.
They're two different types of receivers. AJ Brown is like a bigger receiver who can run the shorter routes, but can also get a deep ball. And Smitty's the more that he can catch anything. He goes for the deep ball. He's like a tiny, skinny Batman.
Yeah.
If it's just him and Dotson at the 1 and 2, it's not going to work.
No, and you're going to need to bring in a big body receiver.
Yeah.
And
I do like Cooper.
He is good, but he still has stuff he needs to learn. He's
I said give him more reps next year. But they have so many good receivers.
That's what it takes, getting reps.
Yep.
And with an OC and an inexperienced OC, you're not going to get reps.
Yeah.
You're not going to have the creative plays coming out. You're going to have the legit what they ran this year. Run your route, post up. That's it. Yeah. That's all they did.
Curl route, out route.
That's what
all the time.
And that's what they did on 4th and 11.
Yep.
Except for got it over the middle.
I'm sure you saw the behind the scenes of Hurts in the huddle listening to the play call and him like this, looking at Sirianni is this what really?
I don't know if you saw him and McKee both looked at Sirianni like, is this what's going on right now?
Terrible.
And, yeah, it sucks, but I just wanted to say that AJ's not going anywhere, and if he does, it's only because Howie's getting something really good for him. Because Howie's not just going to do it to do it.
Yep.
Because if they do that, I think if they trade him before the June 1st deadline, they will eat $20 million in cap, and they're not
going to do that. They've been smart about this for half a decade.
And they're not going to trade him unless they get something good. And I believe you get an experienced OC in there. He's going to be good. He'll be fine. And you don't want to break up a duo with Devontae Smith. You could see Devontae.
Yeah.
I could totally see Devontae being upset about that, and I think him and Hurts are fine because the one thing Hurts said was, "Yeah, I talked to AJ. We're good. We're all good. We're great." And he's smiling on his face, after they just lost the day before.
Yeah,
he's smiling, saying that him and AJ are good. And after being asked the thing about Patullo,
they'll be fine. I would ask. Did you see all the free agents? Did you see the list?
I didn't see the list yet. No. Oh, for the Eagles?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot that you don't even really.
I didn't see the full list, but I know it involved. I'm just going to name some off the top of my head. Nakobe Dean, Dallas Goedert, Calcaterra, Jalen Phillips,
there's a lot.
Brandon Graham. Who would you want to keep off the top of your head? If you could only keep 2, I would keep Nakobe Dean. Absolutely. Please keep him.
The only reason why I say they don't is because they drafted Jahad Campbell. And Jahad Campbell, he is good, and I think he's going to be a really good linebacker. He has bigger size, and he is fast.
Yeah.
It's going to suck because Nakobe Dean was a really good blitzing linebacker.
I have his jersey. He took a shot for me at the Super Bowl parade.
That's something you always remember. And I like Nakobe Dean. I liked him in college. Like, I was happy when they drafted him.
Yeah.
But I don't see him coming back unless there's like a way they do it that saves money and also. But I just don't see it with him because they drafted John Campbell and also they got Jeremiah Trotter Jr. in there. Like, and when he gets his opportunity, he does look pretty good.
I'm gonna say this right now, and I hope this gets clipped. Riverside, please clip it. Nakobe Dean, please stay with the Eagles. I don't care if it's a pay cut. I don't even care what happens. You are an Eagle. Please stay with Philly, all right?
I would love for him to do that.
I need to keep that jersey fresh in the closet, all right? I don't want it to be buried in the bag. Please, Nakobe Dean. It's my favorite jersey. I wore it to the parade. I remember the shot you took right in front of the art museum. Come on.
But honestly, I don't even know out of the free agents I would want to keep.
I like Phillips to stay.
I think, and he wants to. I think Jalen Phillips. I think there's a way they can work that.
Calcaterra and Goddard.
Calcaterra's gone.
You think Calcaterra's
I think he's gone for sure. I think they might try to work something with Goddard because he had a great year, but I don't see it.
If they can't work something out with Goddard, do you keep Calcaterra?
No, I think you let him go too.
Yeah?
I would let him ship out.
You wouldn't even keep him as a backup?
No.
No? I could see the potential in him.
He has potential, but not on Goddard's level. If you're going to get a tight end, you want to get a tight end that you know is going to take over what Goddard did. Because Goddard was good receiving tight end and good blocking tight end. Like, so you need to find someone that's going to be able to do both. And Calcaterra was mainly like Calcaterra got his shots and he was a good pass catcher, but sometimes his blocking wasn't good.
Yeah, that's
honestly, maybe Reed Blankenship. I don't know if you can split up him and Coop.
Yeah.
And Reed honestly wasn't a bad safety. He played well.
Braden Mann's another one.
Braden Mann, he's a good punter.
He's a good punter, honestly. Like if they can try to keep him.
And honestly, just to re-sign a punter is not going to take that much money.
It won't. I don't think that's.
But the thing is, also the punter is not for the Eagles. It's a big position.
Yes, it is.
But
they're the top three now.
You look around. You look around the league. You're like a punter. Who's
it's more important.
But man, he's a really good punter. I think they would get him back for cheap. I don't think.
I hope so.
I think Elliott's going to be gone.
You think so?
I would move on from him. He's missed way too many field goals and extra points. Like extra points alone, that's what screwed the Eagles on Sunday. Outside the bad coaching and some poor play, missing an extra point, and then you legit would need a field goal to tie the game if that extra point was made. Yep.
That's all I was thinking on that last drive. Man, what must have been really would have been really
honestly.
Nice.
Also, the Niners, whoever tripped up Jalen too on that run. They're lucky they did because I was looking at it. There's a clip of it freeze frame. If they didn't, he was getting the first down and he might have scored a touchdown there.
Yeah.
So, but now it's going to be an interesting offseason for the Eagles. Honestly, it's going to be whoever they're bringing in as OC, and it'll be someone outside. It's not going to be anyone in the building. And it better not be. I think
Sirianni will never get permission again.
No, he's done. I don't think Sirianni will ever get pick his coach.
He had two chances. So Brian Johnson and Kevin Patullo. And notice those are the two most hated names in Philly.
Yeah. But no, I just wanted to say that about the A.J. Brown thing. Because the fans that are asking for him to be gone, you got to look more into it.
Exactly.
There's so much more into it than him just not talking to the media and stuff like that. Because honestly, if I'm an athlete, I wouldn't want to talk to the media. You just got booted out of the playoffs.
In the first round.
And you know the first question they're going to ask you is,
how are you feeling? You're going to stay?
Well, no, and also, so you dropped those passes. No shit, he knows that.
Yeah.
And I was not going to lie, in the moment, I was heated at him because you're going to complain about not getting passes thrown your way, and then you do, and you drop them.
Yeah.
So
he should have caught two of them.
I think
the fingertip one, I do think he was being held on that. And kind of like being blocked from being able to catch it around him.
You see him catch them all the time.
You do see him catch those.
The one over the middle of the field is the main one because it hits him dead in the hand.
Yeah, that's the one that no excuse.
But that one you can overlook a little bit because then the next play, Goddard does get the first down, so it's like, okay.
But you never know.
But
different.
No, I don't. Unless Howie gets something big for him, I don't see him going. And I really see if they bring in a good OC, an experienced OC that's going to bring creativity to the offense.
Better.
I think they'll be fine.
Mike McDaniel. Make it happen. Brian Dable, make it happen. I'd love to see either of those.
I honestly, Mike McDaniel's a good offensive mind. I like him. I think it's the OC from the Ravens. I heard too, and he's one that'll make you. The one thing you got to do is put Hurts in the uncomfortable a little bit for him to be able to get his full potential. Because all these OCs, he never got his full potential.
Yeah. Yep.
The ones that they got close to was Moore and Steichen, and guess what?
Yep.
Both those years,
head coaching positions, yay!
And they're both head coaches.
Still.
Yeah. So honestly, like you bring in an experienced one, you're going to see a different offense. Mm-hmm. And you're going to see an offense that you like, and you're going to see AJ fine, no issues. Like it's sad because like it's the people calling for him to be booted, which I get. Like I totally get that. I do.
I mean, that's what they were saying in 2018 when who dropped it? Jeffrey Aguilar, who dropped it in the middle of the field against the Saints?
Alshon. Yeah.
Was it Alshon?
But that one went to a pick.
Yeah.
And that totally sealed the game because also it was at the 2-minute warning. They should have went down to the 2-minute warning, but they didn't. Yeah. But that's all I wanted to say about that part is I don't see AJ going anywhere.
Me neither.
I see them working it out. Like it already looks like him and Hurts are working it out. So
yeah, I think they'll be fine. Patullo was the main problem, and guess what? One more time, he's gone. Kevin Patullo's gone.
But now let's talk about the divisional round because these are gonna be good games. I think.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So we'll start with the AFC first. Two interesting matchups. I might pick the underdogs in both of them, but we can talk about it. We might make score predictions too. I see everyone in the comments on the live right now is making their Super Bowl predictions. We appreciate you guys. We're about to talk about the Texans, David. Let's get into it.
And not to forget about you guys. We were just
sorry. We started ranting, which is the page.
I want to start a segment, Mike. We'll get into this. I want to say this. I'm going to start a segment, and it should be let's rant about it.
Let's rant about it.
And that's anything, not outside sports.
Yeah.
Like anything.
Rant. I mean, that's half our name.
Yeah.
Rant banner. We're banter.
That's the thing I put on the back of one of the shirts. Let's rant about it.
Let's rant about it. If you guys want to get shirts.
That's a good slogan.
Merch is dropping soon.
But no, it's in the process.
Yeah.
But
all right, let's talk about the first game.
Go.
Texans at New England. Now, this one's interesting because the Texans, New England played down to the Chargers level. I think they could have beat them by more. Honestly, Chargers did not look good at all. The Texans, their defense showed why they're the best defense in the league. I'm taking the Texans.
I'm taking the Texans all day.
Yep.
I had them going to the Super Bowl. I do.
You do. That's
my lock.
Yeah.
That's been my lock since what?
Check the page.
I think that was like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah. Check the page. We've been talking.
That's the team I want to win.
Week 12, I think, was our first mention of it, that the Texans are going to go to the Super Bowl.
The Texans, out of all these teams, they are the most well-rounded team.
Yeah. If you're looking at every team on there, pretend we're in the Super Bowl as not the Eagles. Just like pretend we're on a team in the Super Bowl. Which team do you want to face the least? Honestly, Texans. Texans in defense, you're going to do nothing.
The Texans' defense is nasty. Like they are legit. Mm-hmm. And they will legit make any quarterback feel pressure and make them look not like what they should look.
Yeah. So 30-6.
And finally, their offense is starting to look better and better and better.
Yep. It was 7-6 at halftime, but then the defense just took over.
Yeah. No, I'm taking the Texans with this game. I still don't think the Patriots are legit.
They barely beat a crappy Chargers team.
I think next year the Patriots
they're going to be good.
They're going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I think Drake made another season. Like, I think they bring in good weapons for him because they really don't have any weapons on offense.
Yeah. Like, my issue with the Patriots is they did have such an easy schedule, and we're not going to gripe on that because everyone says that. They had such an easy schedule. Every team with a bad record has an easy schedule.
Eventually, if you're in the playoffs, it's going to bite you in the butt.
Exactly, and I think it's going to this game. But I do think this is good experience for them. They got a playoff win under the belt.
Yeah.
They have a playoff win to take home with them.
Yeah.
And next season, when they have a tougher schedule, because trust me, they will have a tougher schedule.
Well, yeah, they won the division.
So they won the division.
Playing other division.
They are playing first place teams now.
Yeah.
Like it's going to get real. I do think the Patriots and the Broncos will be way better next year, despite having a really good record.
I think they will be better, but I think they will have more losses.
Yeah, their record's going to be worse because they're playing better teams. Yeah. But overall, they're going to be a better team next year.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that.
Broncos and Patriots. And that's why the second pick, I'm taking the Bills. This might be controversial.
No, I'm telling you, this is where the experience level kicks in.
Yep.
and Josh Allen got his first road win on the road.
Yep.
In the playoffs.
But now he's going to like the toughest.
He's going to the
home
toughest
field.
place.
Mile high. Yep.
And the Broncos were sitting on their couch.
Yep.
So
the Bills just came off of beating a potential Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Jaguars. Jaguars looked good all season, and the Bills beat them. Last second, albeit, but it was the Jaguars.
That's honestly, and this is where I give my hat off to Josh Allen. When he's in that tough environment, that's where he plays his best football.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking the Bills too. I think they will beat the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it'll be a close game, though. Just because
that one's going to be.
It's going to be a close game, but I do think he can pull it off. If there's any quarterback right now that can pull off any win, it's him.
Yeah.
So that's who I'm going with. I think it's going to be Bills Texans for the AFC Championship then.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I got to say off that.
Yeah. Next, we've got the Niners at the Seahawks. This one,
it's tricky.
I would have said the Niners a couple weeks ago, despite all the injuries, because I don't know how Sam Darnold is in the playoffs. That's the thing. Is Sam Darnold good in the playoffs?
All we know from last year's what we saw, he was not that good.
Yeah.
With the Vikings. And also, the thing I'm not getting over is he had a lot of turnovers this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the Seahawks have a great defense, a really good defense. But you need to rely on Sam Darnold then on offense.
This entire game is going to come down to Sam Darnold. And I think the Niners might be too injured.
But the Niners have been battling adversity all season. That's
true, but now there's no Kittle. There's no Kittle now. They might get Pearsall back. I'm not sure yet.
I think he'll probably be back because he was borderline for the Eagles game.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think the Niners are riding that high right now. And I could see them going and beating the Seahawks. I really could.
You could.
I could because I don't trust Darnold.
Yeah, that's true.
I really don't. Like, the Seahawks have good defense. They really do. It's like top notch. Mm-hmm. But I just don't trust their offense.
Yeah. That's the thing. They're either going to put up 37 or like 10.
Like the last time they faced each other, the Seahawks won. Mm-hmm. But it was 13-3?
13-3. Yep.
All it takes is the Niners just figuring it out. Mm-hmm. And I think they can. I think Robert Saleh is going to have an answer because Robert Saleh was coaching a very good game against the Eagles.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
So what's your final prediction? Niners or Seahawks?
I'm taking the Niners.
You're taking the Niners at Seattle? I can definitely see that. I think when I'm looking at like the future, like, do they play the Rams? Do they play the Bears? I think whoever wins this game could go to the Super Bowl because the Rams didn't look too good against the Panthers. No. They were the scariest team in the NFC. Now I don't know anymore.
The thing that annoys me is that the Rams are such a beatable team now. That's the thing.
And that's the thing, too. Like, the Niners barely beat the Eagles, who, let's be real, the Eagles did not play nearly as good as they should have.
Yeah, the Eagles took me off.
Terrible play calling.
The thing is, they had good, both their touchdowns, they had great plays.
Yeah, but that's just not
totally
consistent. Yeah, the Eagles are so inconsistent on offense because of the person that's now unemployed.
I think it's funny, but...
Kevin Patullo!
No, I think it's funny because the Niners were able to answer everything. And that's why I think they will go to Seattle and beat the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. I really do. And hats off to them because I'll tell you one thing. Shanahan, he's a genius of an offensive coach.
Yeah.
They're so banged up that he's finding ways to get his receivers in that open with not even the best receivers in the game. Mm-hmm. They're honestly, I don't think any of them are good receivers.
Yeah.
Like Juwan Jennings was receiver number 4 when they had Debo and Ayuk. Like, I don't even think he was number 3.
Yeah.
So, and now he's their number 1. So,
I think, honestly, I'm going to take the Seahawks because you're taking the Niners.
The only reason why the Seahawks would is because they're home field.
Yep.
But
so I think their defense.
I'm just saying. I think it's going to be the Niners. And the thing is, they shouldn't win, but they will win. Yeah. That's the thing. It's like
3 out of the 4 teams are NFC West teams. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then finally, we've got the Rams at the Bears.
Yeah, give me the Rams.
The Rams. Yeah.
I'm only saying that because Stafford is so close. Mm-hmm. You know, the Rams to me have the better
But that's just it, though.
Better
Like, the
team.
Bears are hot right now. They come back in every game. I think right now, the Bears coming off of their win, they're way more fired up than the Packers barely beating the Panthers.
And that's true too. Yeah, I could see that. But
So I don't know. Like, it's tough. I could see a scenario where the Bears beat the Rams.
the thing is, the Bears rely on that fire to get going.
Yeah.
I don't think if they go down against the Rams, I don't think they can get back up.
You don't think so?
No, because the Rams are just built differently. They're built to keep playing.
Mhm.
Like the Rams should have lost to the Panthers, honestly,
They should have.
and they were able to get back in the game and win it.
And that might be what they do against the Bears.
Like that's what I'm saying. I could totally see the Rams going up early, then the Bears creeping,
Yeah, but then they don't get it.
and then the Rams just
Mm-hmm.
the Rams do something different from what other teams do.
Yeah.
Instead of letting a team get back in and take the lead,
Yep.
they'll see that they're like, oh fuck no, and then take over. So
Someone said the Rams can't play in cold weather. It's going to be 20 degrees on Sunday in Chicago. That's interesting. I mean, it's a
I mean,
point.
it is a point, but
At the end of the day, though, it's like Stafford. He used to play in cold weather. You know what I mean? Like Detroit all the time.
did they have a dome though all the time?
Oh, did they?
I think
Well,
they had a dome.
listen, it was cold outside. I don't know. What do you want me to say? They would play against Green Bay and Chicago.
I
four times a
think-
year, and Minnesota.
I
Every
think-
game there is
I think
cold.
the Bears.
Every divisional
experience-
game's cold.
I think the Bears and experience in the playoffs gets them this round.
Okay.
I really do.
I mean, I picked the Rams to go to the Super Bowl. So
The Rams are the most well-rounded team in the playoff right now for the NFC side.
I'm going to go with the Rams just because I had them going to the Super Bowl anyway. But I will say my confidence in them has been shaken a little bit. But we're going to see after this game. We're going to see. So I've got
It should be a good
Rams,
game. It should be a good game.
Rams, Seahawks, Rams, Niners.
Yeah.
And then we both have Texans, Bills. All right.
And I'm just saying Texans. I'm taking Texans for the bowl.
Texans to the Super Bowl, Rams to the Super Bowl.
I could see that.
You can
I
see
could.
that? Or do you think Niners to the Super Bowl, Texans?
I think if the Niners get to the NFC Championship game,
I will say if the Niners can beat Seattle, I could see them beating the Rams too.
yeah,
What a path for them.
because a team that shouldn't be there is going to
Yeah.
be there
Yep. Exactly.
because they're so banged up. They don't have all their weapons. Like, but no, it's going to be I think Rams, Niners, and Bills, Texans.
All right. Well, those were our predictions for the divisional round onward. A lot of people are saying Niners in the chat. I saw a couple Seahawks. If you want to be like these people saying that we know so much ball, make sure you check out. Make sure you check
I didn't
out.
feel like I knew so much ball this past weekend.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I got mostly all of them right, and you guessed.
I think
dead
at,
on the
I
season.
think at one point all the teams I picked were winning.
Yeah.
And they fucking lost.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. So if you want to check out the TikTok and Instagram, Rant and Banner, make sure you go on there, follow, keep up with us because that's where we post most of our things, our clips. We don't really post much on Spotify. I don't really post them much on YouTube. But if you are watching,
episodes,
yeah, it's just the full episode. So if
But no,
anyone on TikTok wants to check out the full episodes, make sure you go on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
yeah, I got nothing else.
This episode, we're going to stay on the live with you guys, take it up to an hour. And for all those watching, episode 34, thank you for watching.
Thank you guys.
Kevin Patullo is gone.